everyone. Dive into Anchored Together, a captivating YouTube series that offers an intimate look into the extraordinary lives of seafarers and their families.
From long-standing maritime partnerships to new connections formed at sea, Anchored Together highlights the incredible journeys of those who navigate both the ocean and the relationships with passion and resilience. Get ready for an engaging twist with Anchored Together.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to a fresh new episode of Anchored Together. Today, I'm super excited to have a wonderful couple with us here today, Kaushik and Seema Seal. Welcome both of you to our show.
Thank you so much for inviting us. It's such a pleasure to be in the studio and with the team, and hope we have a great time conversing with each other. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Marix. Thank you, Dr. Deepthi, for inviting us to this great show. And we hope to have a nice time and have fun together.
I'm super excited because I've seen so many of your reels together, so I think this is going to be a blast. So let's start off, Kaushik, with you first. So you are a maritime green tech solutions expert and a hydrospatial advocate. Tell us something about it.
Right. Thanks for the question. Yeah. So as you have very gracefully called me an expert, I'm really no expert. Yeah, just a speck of dust in this universe. However, we're trying to make the planet a little bit greener. So I've been very fortunate to be in the maritime space for the last 40 years or so. And I've just realized that it's time to now give back to the planet, that we have used so much of resources. So it's time to decarbonize the planet. So I'm helping in that endeavor. And through the various channels and through the various fora, I'm trying to bring this message back to the shipping companies and the operators that please decarbonize and make shipping a greener place to be.
That's fantastic. Actually, it's something to give back and something for the next generation to, I think, sustain on this planet. That's a wonderful thing. But how did it come to your mind? Why did you choose a line like this, or what inspired you to become an advocate for this?
Right. So again, very good question. What I realized during my sailing career and then my work ashore in the last few years, that the usage of the resources was very rampant and it was getting depleted at a super fast pace. So I just realized that if we can help stem that rot, it would be very nice to sort of push this agenda. So I got into the correct logistics team to basically help this. So that is very, very fortunate, because in order to be able to do something and achieve something at that level, you need to have the correct resources at hand. So I was very fortunate to get
Absolutely. And I think it's great. It's great to see you work in that area, and that's where the future is. Seema, so you've been married to Kaushik, and we have been following you as well. So you are a fashion choreographer, you are a dance artist, you are many things. But tell us something more about yourself.
So I am very colorful to begin with. I don't like to stick to one thing for too long. So that's the reason I want to try out all different areas, which of course interests me a lot. Most so first begin with dance, and then from dance I tell you how it started actually. So this is before moving to Singapore. Like of course when we had kids and all, I was kind of busy, but this kind of a flair was always inside me. I just needed that platform and needed that situation where I had to bring it out. So dance was always there, a part of me, and from the beginnings to my school, college days, I've been participating, all kind of stuffs and during cultural programs. And Mumbai is full of all that, having inter-school competition, and I always been winning. So that was one of my, like my, you can say a strong point, my element. But other things which added later, which I realized when I moved to Singapore, because I got so many opportunities to be a part of different events. Since it's a small place, so they hold a lot of these events. And I started out taking my younger daughter for some particular event. So somebody spotted me because I was training her. So somebody told me, why don't you also participate in the morning category? So I was in two minds. I said, oh my God, should I or shouldn't, in the ramp walk and all. So that's how the fashion thing also came, like getting into fashion mode. And then I groomed myself, I uplifted myself, and then I participated in a dance company by Chalak Diklaja, and I was the sole winner of Singapore out of 30 ladies.
Wow.
In Singapore itself, representing India.
Chalak Diklaja is a dance reality show.
Yes, yes. It was, the judges were Karan Johar, and for those days was
Jacqueline.
Jacqueline
Oh,
and
wow.
Farah Khan.
Oh, lovely.
Farah Khan. So I have a picture with them as well. So they had sponsored me, and I had come to Mumbai, back in 2016. Then things just fell into places. Then 2017, I participated in a beauty pageant, Singapore, where I was representing India again with all the other delegates internationally. So I was one of the finalists out there. And then after that I realized, I said, hey man, I can do so many things. There's lots I can, reinvent and rediscover myself. And then things just fell. I kept doing one thing after the other. Then 2019, I said, let me start my own company, whereby called Fashion Nova SG.
Yes.
SG means Singapore. So I started choreographing for models and holding events. So became a choreographer. So people used to hire me for choreographing and fashion shows and ramp walks and stuff like that.
That's lovely.
Yeah. Then I started my own dance class over there. So many things I kept doing, But unfortunately, COVID came in, so things fizzled out. But I didn't lose hope. So I started my own talk show. That was live, Facebook Live.
Okay.
And I did that for good 1 year, I think 2021. And I used to invite a lot of these, ladies, all across the world. I mean, people who have such inspiring stories.
Stories, yes.
And more so, I was focusing on women, especially in Indian society, which I have noticed. Women's life stops after marriage. So that is what I want to bring it out.
Yeah.
So I said, let's support this. And what a best way, because that particular time, COVID, every house was shaken up.
Yes, absolutely.
So I said, let me get a smile. And that's what my tagline, Smile with Seema.
Oh,
That
wow.
was my...
So are you still running that show?
I stopped because things opened up. People moved out and I also moved out. So I started doing something else.
All right.
Then I went to doing Zumba training. So I've done a Zumba training session.
Oh, wow.
I did that. Then I did a psychology, counseling course. So I kept doing things one after the other. And in between, a lot of other stuff I kept doing, motivational speaking sometimes
Okay.
counseling in the community. And I just keep doing stuff, So
Wow,
I just
Kaushik,
enjoy
you have
doing everything.
you have a full
So that's
package.
why-
Oh, tell me
at home,
about
huh?
it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's boundless energy, and trying to keep pace with her energy is really a tiring job in itself.
She makes you dance or no?
Oh, of course.
I could
Oh,
So
really?
I got two left feet when it comes to dancing, but thanks to Seema, she has tried to improve my posture and my dancing skills, and
Okay.
hopefully it comes out well in some of the reels which we do together.
Oh, yes, I do follow your
So-
reels. Yeah, some of them are really funny though.
Thank So this is also was a part of the deal, because I said, let me start with real something. I always want to try something new,
Ah.
I don't like to be stagnated just with one particular thing. And then again I go back to what I started. So, I don't want to forget that.
Yeah.
Then I started doing a bit of learning how to do makeup and, how to dress up and lot many things, a lot of ideas come to my mind which I enjoy, which releases my endorphins above all. So I keep doing that. So this is what colorful I am.
Oh, you have a colorful wife. So let me ask you, how did you all first meet? Was it an arranged marriage or a love marriage?
Okay, so yeah, I can go on to that one. So ours was completely arranged.
Okay.
Back in, 1989 was the time of newspaper matrimonials. There was nothing online about anything. So it was pure and simple, the Times of India, Mumbai and Delhi edition, where my parents had given an advertisement for like myself, saying that so-and-so merchant navy guy is looking for a bride. And, her dad responded. I was sailing, of course, and then these letters used to come by post. And then, sure enough, once our vessel came to like Mumbai, we called up a place and then took an appointment and landed up and saw her. And for me, it was
Love at first sight?
Yeah, for me,
Really?
yes, it was. I mean, I looked no further for me because I had a bunch of other like letters which I didn't like go through
really?
after I met her.
Okay.
And I said like, this is it.
Seema, what about you? What was your first impression when you saw him, or how was your response when your father says, okay, we have someone for you to get married to?
Well, that wasn't told.
Told to you?
Yeah, nope. It was
Okay.
all in suspense.
Oh, really?
I got to know much later that because his father and my father were cooking up something.
Okay.
So it was not the secret was not broken to me until unless like towards like when he was about to come and meet me, that time my father told me that so and so has been already done, so there's somebody coming. So of course I didn't like him. So I said, then they told me, okay, at least see
the person.
and then if you don't, there's always you can say no. I said fine. So of course he and his cousins, both his cousins were their dogs now they're in the UK. So they all three had come down to. I didn't know which was the guy.
Which was the guy?
That was the worst part.
You've not seen his photograph
I'm
either?
doing like this, both of them. No, I don't know which one because I didn't see him. I'm seeing him live. He has seen my picture,
Yeah,
but I didn't
I've
see
seen
him.
Oh, you've
you know.
not seen?
Yeah.
No.
I saw him live. He saw my picture already, because
So then
my
what
dad.
did you do a show of hands that I am the one? Yeah? You
No,
have to
I
look
mean-
here.
Yeah. Then later on
Probably.
realized no, when this is a couple, they sit together, it means this must be the guy. He's sitting slightly aloof from their couple, So then I realized but then of course he had such a dynamic personality, not because he's but as a person, I liked him because I could see, he has such respect for women. That is something really hit me hard. And that is what I wanted in a guy. Should learn to respect a woman. Women is not about just, just about physical. It is the respect. It is, she has been as a woman, that kind of a thing I wanted from a man. And he was it.
So then after your first meeting, of course, he had already said yes.
I was still in two minds.
Okay.
I mean, so then I was still contemplating, should I, shouldn't. Then, like a lot of people told me, he shouldn't miss, he's such a nice, he's going to be a good husband. I said, yeah, but then how can I be so sure? Because he's arranged. I don't know him, like.
I paid off all the right guys.
Yeah. I said, fine, he being good, but it's me who's the one, like, you have to, like.
But then,
be
Seema, you knew
reassured.
he was a seafarer.
Yes.
So didn't that cross your mind that he's going to be out at sea, or was that okay for you?
I never thought on those
Yeah,
lines.
but no, this question like came up. That's a very good question. But I told her that we'll sail like together.
Okay.
That's like one thing for sure.
Yeah, that came
So
actually much later.
yeah,
that
till
came
the
much
time we
later
sailed,
when
we
we
sailed
started
together. So
cooking,
we
yeah.
were sailing. I mean, after marriage, we sailed for
Yeah.
3.5
Yeah,
years,
yeah.
and we were
Absolutely.
sailing together.
So how was your
But,
sailing experience? You enjoyed going on board?
I would still love to go back.
Yeah?
Yeah, I
Okay.
loved it. I just loved it. I had so much of me time, and there was so much, and that's how I started rethinking about myself, like what all I was studying. I kept a very disciplined life I had. I used to get up in the morning, used to leave to the engine room, I used to get up, do my whatever work, then go to the gym, all those kinds of stuff. I never lazed around basically,
Okay.
So much so because seeing me, there were other officers why when they started, or they were all the time sleeping and lazing, because no work to do. I said, you better not come with me. So we are going to the gym, kept
Yeah.
timing, 3 to 4 is after lunch, no sleeping. we'll do knitting or something like that. Then there's time for your tea, and then followed by movie, and then evening, of course, when they come back, then we used to have a evening dinner. So there was a routine. There was
Routine which you
nothing that was like this vacation with routine. So we really enjoyed actually.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed. I don't mind going back again.
And of course, there was no mother-in-law for her, so it was pretty good. No, I have to add this very
So
gently.
that's why I liked it. That's why I liked it.
She loved it all the way.
But Kaushik, tell me one thing you really admire about her.
Oh, there are plenty of things to admire about her, but the one thing which really stands out is, she is such a bundle of energy, and she's very helpful when it comes to certain ways of companionship. So she's a great companion. She's able to hear out things. Of course, she snaps back also, but that's what we have learnt over the years, to look at and respect our differences. So, and that we do very nicely to each other, and we complement each other. Although our, personalities are really, we are outspoken and we are,
we are literally waiting. We both want to talk at the same time.
Yeah, I can see that.
So we just want to do that, but at the same time we give each other space. So that's the one thing which I really admire.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Tell us something about your family, Seema. You, your husband, your children.
Yeah, so we have 2 kids. Right now the elder one is in Australia, settled in Australia, citizen, and the younger one is studying. Both are girls. So younger one is studying in Melbourne University, and so one is 26 and one is 20. So they're both adults. I can't call them kids anymore, they're adults. And they have their life and they're enjoying, and we are enjoying their company, they enjoy our company. But of course, only up to there's a certain point when we are, not trying to put in our views. Other than that, we are just like friends. So we have a great time. We go for vacationing, and we almost talk every day. And I mean, it's very good, very fantastic relationship we have with the 4 of us.
What's their name, Kaushik?
Yeah, so it's Mickey is the elder one, and Nirvika is the younger one.
Younger one.
Yeah.
For having 2 daughters and a wife, you're all surrounded by beautiful women around you.
Oh, yeah, of course. and then, it's, if you believe in sun signs, 2 of them are Leos.
Oh, really?
Right, and one is an Aquarian. So they're very hard to sort of manage that way. That's why probably you need an Arian like me.
Oh, I'm an Arian too.
Oh, so
there we go.
Yeah.
So you need an Arian to manage the show, right? So, but it's fun, and we have a daily sort of situations where we also try and get back at each other. But it's a very nice feeling because then we know that it's all good.
Yeah, we are more like a team, 4 of us. So now we have moved to Mumbai for good. From Singapore. So then anything we're planning to do, we always, take tips from our kids, show them. So now this particular place, we want to put up a painting. So, any suggestions, any feedback. So that's the kind of relationship we have, as vice versa, they do the same.
Right.
So we have a very, friendly kind of atmosphere between 4 of us.
So, Kaushik, how long have you sailed?
For about 8 years.
8 years.
Yeah. Not that long, 8 years, but I was a chief engineer for the last 3 years out of those 8. So then I got a good break ashore, so I jumped.
So during your sailing time, any such incident which really left a lasting impression on you?
Yeah, one which really stands out was this cyclone, a typhoon as it's called in the Far East, in the South China Sea.
Okay.
So this was, I think, my second or the third voyage, right? And it was in the monsoon season in August. And it was, rolling and pitching to the extreme.
Okay.
And the entire ship, except for the cadet on bridge, not even the master, because everybody was puking and everybody was in a bad state. It was rolling 30 degrees and ours was a big vessel. It was a big bulk carrier, but it was very bad. So that's an event I cannot forget. Yeah.
Okay.
So, but thankfully we survived after that. Intense 4 hours of rolling pitching, and lights were going out. It was, a Titanic sort of a scene. Although the movie hadn't come out then, But when we saw the movie, we realized that, very similar
Something
situation. Yeah. So that's the
So
incident.
Seema,
Yes,
how
sorry.
is it marrying a seafarer?
Oh, well.
Because you see other women
Yeah.
around
Yes.
who are married
Not-
to
non-seafarers.
non-seafarers, and you're married a seafarer. So what do you think is the difference, and how do you take it as?
I feel there's lots and lots of difference because I have friends from this field and I have friends from the non-seafarers field. One thing which I notice amongst the seafarers men, they're very progressive thinking when it comes to their family, which I don't find it in the non-seafarers because probably they don't have an exposure to across the world, So what I personally feel like, talking from my own experience, like, when I got married to him, I saw my spectrum broadened. You see the world, you get to learn so many things. We stayed in Singapore, and there's so many things, you realize, oh my God, this is personal, this is it, this is how it is, this is how life is all about. The more you open up, the more you, keep changing your mindset, the better person you become.
I think they're more open-minded.
Yes,
I think,
absolutely.
And they
It's all
meet
about
so
your
many
mindset.
people,
It's all about your
The way
mindset.
you look at people changes.
Absolutely, I
and-
totally agree. And through that, this is one of the best thing I like about the seafarers because I find most of the husbands, which I've seen, and they have these get-togethers and all, I find their wives are generally happy. At least they look to be. I mean, I'm very happy. I don't know about the others, but
Sure they are.
but generally, most of the seafarers they have a happy family, and I can see that they're not cringed, which I don't have to take permission from him. I'm doing what I have to do. Because his mindset is so open. It's okay. Like what you're doing, you're enjoying it. As you have,
Yeah.
you're benefiting out of it. That's fine, and we have a great relationship. So that is what I liked about the seafarers.
So, Kaushik, what do you do in your free time together? What do you like to do
Apart
together?
from quarreling, lots we do.
No, quarreling is part of
That's a filler.
we sharpen our tools.
Tools, yeah.
Right? No, but we have a lot of interests. Otherwise, I mean, we have music and dance. Of course, is her passion, but music definitely enthralls both of us, and we watch shows together. We watch movies and web series and all that in our spare time. And of course, we are also fitness and health and wellness. I wouldn't say freaks, but we care a lot about that. So we dedicate every day. We dedicate time, either yoga or walks or some exercise altogether, which tones up our body and mind.
So who cooks in the house, you or him?
I do the cooking, he does the cutting.
Actually, he does the chopping and you do the
Yes,
cooking.
yeah.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
good. That's nice.
And then followed by the dishes and all that. So
So-
we
We
do
share
a
the
lot
work.
of
So he does
household
the,
work.
I mean, so he lays the table and I do the washing.
Okay.
So it's a teamwork basically.
Oh, that's good to hear.
Yeah.
That's good to hear. That
So we do that because then we also fill this time
Yeah.
together.
So we
Yeah,
like
so-
to do things a lot together actually.
Oh, that's lovely actually. Lovely.
Thank you.
So, what has been a significant achievement in your respective fields, if I may ask? Starting with you, Kaushik, and then, of course, what do you think or you consider that as a good achievement for yourself?
Yeah, that's a very big question actually, right? So I would reckon that I've been very fortunate with whatever I've done and achieved in my sort of domain and space. So, but one thing which definitely stands out is that I did this vessel in which I was the gas engineer many moons ago. And I was India's first gas engineer
Wow. Okay.
back in 1989.
All right.
So that was before I met her.
I'm just curious to know what is a gas engineer?
Ah, okay. Yeah.
Because
So
you
yeah,
just mentioned it so-
of course, you have to handle a lot of gas on board the vessel, but it's basically this LPG and LNG.
Huh.
Now you would see lots of vessels which have this, but back then, 30, 40 years ago, it was still a type of vessel which was coming to the fore. So a gas ship is basically a vessel which carries gas, and the gas engineer is responsible to make sure that the gas is well cooled and it's
Okay.
sort of like kept and loaded and discharged properly.
Properly.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it's like a good role on both the vessel, but it's a very specialized one.
Yeah, absolutely. Seema?
Yes.
What about you? Any one such achievement which you really, really feel proud of?
Winning the Jhalak Dikhla Ja.
Ah, yeah. Oh,
That is so
true.
close to my heart. I'll cherish it for life.
yeah. That's really fantastic,
Thank
to
you.
do something
Yeah.
totally out of the box
Absolutely.
and win it.
Yeah,
Right.
of course.
Yeah,
And I
that's-
was
that's-
She just walked in because her friend said, so hey, we are having this audition, why don't you just go in?
yeah, they see me
So-
dance. Let's just go into it.
so
I said,
just-
"Let's
she
take
just
it."
went in and
okay, what's
she
okay.
won.
Like any other club, I went and danced.
Right?
And then
Right.
I was my number was 10, I think. I
Oh,
think
30.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there were 30 participants, and I think my number was the 10th, and till the 9th, I think the judges had kind of
Because it was the same song.
Yeah, same song.
It was
Same
people,
song,
yeah. They danced the first
yes.
9 danced on the same song.
Yes,
Okay.
and the judge almost slept off. And it was a Madhuri song, and I love Madhuri.
Ah.
So when I did that,
What song you danced on? The same one?
Yeah, same song. That was what was that? I forget the name.
Was it Chane Ke Khet Mein?
No. It wasn't Chane Ka Khet Mein. It was, what song was it?
It was
Anyways,
about
I
I
that
forget.
forget.
song. Yeah.
Sorry, I
okay.
forget that song. So anyways, so then, so when I went and did that particular song, so the judges, they actually woke up. They realized that, oh my God, I mean, there's
Yeah.
something more there because the expressions and everything. So that's how, and I
I'm
never
sure you must be
expected-
having a recording of that. If you
Yeah,
have.
of course, of
I would
course.
love to
Yeah,
see
yeah,
it
sure,
once.
sure,
so do
sure.
share it
We'll
with
share
us and we're going to have a look
Yeah.
at that.
Sure, sure.
Okay, coming to the last segment. Now, this is going to be a rapid fire.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
how much do you know each other?
my
so,
God.
let us see how much you know each other. Kaushik,
Okay.
we are going to start with you. So,
Right.
tell me, name her favorite Instagram influencer.
Okay, so that's a tough one because she has plenty of Instagram influencers. I remember, I don't know the name of that lady, but there's a lady who is in her 70s and she dances and she does workouts
Okay.
every day. So I think she gets
What's her
inspired
name?
by that.
Yeah.
I don't remember the name because I've seen her like videos,
Okay.
and she's often seeing those, and she shows her videos to me, and I
Okay.
said, yeah, this is how you should be at 70.
70.
Yeah.
Okay, name her Instagram handle.
Oh yeah, that's Fashion Nova SG. Yeah.
Okay. And her favorite cuisine.
Favorite cuisine is Turkish, Mediterranean Turkish cuisine.
Is it right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, you love Turkish
Oh
food?
yeah, I just love it.
Okay. Her favorite dining place.
Favorite dining place now, in like Singapore, we had this place called Arab Street.
Okay.
Yeah, so where there were these various like Turkish
Turkish.
like cuisine places. So there was one place stands out. It's called Cappadocia.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
that's one of our favorites.
Is it right?
I'm
Oh yes,
definitely
Yes?
make
sure
out
of.
of the world.
Out
Yeah.
of the world.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Her
you
fav-
must visit that.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
What's her favorite color?
Black.
Yes.
Yeah?
Absolutely.
Okay. Does she have a pet name?
Yes.
Okay. What's that?
Okay, shared. So it's called Dhanu.
Yes,
Dhanu.
Yes.
Dhan se Dhanu.
Dhanu.
Choli's.
Ah,
no,
Dhanu.
Exactly.
All right. Now your turn, Seema.
Sure.
So tell me his favorite holiday destination.
Favorite. There are quite a few actually, but I know initially it was Australia.
Yeah, that's right.
Still is.
Still is. Okay. One thing do you think he always wants to buy?
Always wants to buy. He's very fond of watches.
Watches?
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay.
What's his pet name?
Pinku.
Pinku, really?
Yes, yes.
Okay. I wonder how parents used to keep these pet
Yeah.
names in their
Oh
house.
my God! Don't ask.
Tinku
Yeah.
and Pinku and
Yeah.
Pinku, Dhanu.
Okay. What's his favorite pastime activity?
Watching sports, especially cricket. He loves cricket.
You like cricket?
Yeah.
Okay. His favorite actor?
Favorite actor is Rajesh Khanna.
Yeah? What's her favorite actor?
Favorite actor?
Quite a few actually.
That's a good one.
You know-
Amitabh Bachchan.
Yeah?
To some extent, yes.
All right.
I've got
That's
actually more than one, but
Yeah.
it's okay. I give it to him.
so I got 10 on 10 on your compatibility
Oh, wow.
test.
Thank you.
Wow. Okay.
Well, that's lovely to have you
Yeah.
both here. So we have come to an end to this episode. But before we wind up, Kaushik and Seema, One last question to you.
Sure.
What is a recipe for a successful marriage? Starting with you, Kaushik.
Okay, right. Thanks for that question. We feel that compatibility is based on two or three pillars. One is communication. The other one is to appreciate and respect the differences of each other.
Absolutely.
And the third, I would say, is giving each other space to do whatever you want.
Yeah, that's wonderful. I also agree to some extent to that, but
Yeah.
then I've got my opinion as well. I mean, spending time together a lot, to build that bonding, you have to spend quality time, irrespective of your job, and your mood, but you have to spend time together, however way you want to. Point number one, and I feel hugging a lot. You have to keep hugging. Releasing that sort of a thing is very energy. Is very. I always go and hug him anytime. Even if he's in a bad mood, I just go and hug him, and give him a pep. So he's he's okay. That's there. And the third is sharing. We are like sharing everything and anything under the sun with him. Just like a friend. You should.
Correct.
I think you should not, after a few years, or I feel even right from the beginning, you should be more like a companion, like friends, not
True.
like a husband-wife, commanding or demanding each other. Should be more like friends, That is what we believe it to be. Have a fantastic marriage relationship.
Wow. Right. So communicate is the key, and of
Yes.
course, and like she said, hugging.
Yes, I always do
One
that.
key takeaway.
So thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Kaushik, and thank you so much, Seema, for coming to our show. And as a token of our love for you, we present you with our mugs
how nice.
so that
Thank
you
you
remember
so
us
much.
and you remember that we shot together for this episode.
Yeah.
Wow.
Very
Thank you.
nice.
Thank you
so
very much, Dr. Dipti, for
Yeah,
having us.
I
And
know.
thank you, Marix and the team.
Yes, and
Always.
we really enjoyed it.
Cheers.
Seriously, we really
Thank-
wanted to speak some more, but of course, I know. Knowing me.
We'll always get another opportunity.
Yes.
Yes,
Thank you for watching. Until next time, see you next time. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
And then so after you finish with DMET, how does your path go from there?
I joined Shipping Corporation
Nice.
and came to Bombay to join the ship, and they will not give me the name of the ship which I was supposed to join, because before me some of my batchmates who came and they heard of State of Madras, which is a steamship, old steamship, so they ran away from there and they wouldn't tell me which ship I'm going. They said, you have got to go to Madras. So Madras, you joined the ship. So and then I realized they are hiding the name of the ship because it is State of Madras, where three of my batchmates who came and they ran away.